How is this vibe on a backstage in a festival? Is it still fun to be in a backstage?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah,
I like artist villages. They're a relatively new thing to me, and it's nice to be amongst your peers.
But what is an artist village like? I am here all day. You are here all day when you play a festival. Is there ever a moment you get starstruck while seeing other bands?
Yeah, you saw Sean Paul's dressing room at Pukkel Pop last night, didn't
Sean
you? That was a
Paul.
big moment.
I got starstruck seeing Little Sims yesterday as well, and yeah, I don't know. It's mainly just trying to sort of, you know, see who's not asleep, because everyone's, it's not as glamorous as it's kind of made out to be. Everyone's just asleep in a little hut, basically. But
you see some footage of festivals in the 60s and the 70s. Everyone is jamming together, making tunes together. Does that ever happen? In 2022.
I don't know.
No, that's
I
very
think
romantic.
That's like
yeah.
fake history. Like the idea that punk rock existed outside of London in the UK in the 70s just didn't happen. Rose tinted glasses, definitely.
James, last time we talked, we were in Brighton. There was The Great Escape. I saw your show twice. I fucking loved it. But after that, let's talk about heroes. First hero, Jack White.
Sam, you should answer this one.
What? Just discuss.
Jack White.
Discuss. Yeah, fantastic performer, great songwriter. Yeah, it was nice to play those two shows. Good venues.
With the, what was the band that you said?
Yeah. Do you know that thing where like there's a popular band and you go like, oh, that's my least favourite tune. Like if it was the White Stripes, it'd be Seven Nation Army. It'd be like, oh, I hate Seven Nation Army. Do you know what I mean? To try and be like. So Jack White was playing Waiting Room by Fugazi, and I was like, oh, that's the worst Fugazi tune. And then he came out and was like, Sam said.
Yeah.
Sam said
this song shit.
Yeah. It's just a joke, isn't it? You just say it to be like, you know what I mean, that thing
And
where
then
you
he
say.
challenged you. He said, "What? Well, what is your favourite one then?"
Yeah.
And you had a blank.
I know, they're my favourite band of all time, and I had an absolute mind blank about naming any of their fucking albums.
But you did a show with Jack White in Amsterdam. A lot of our listeners were at that show. How is it to do a support for a legend like that?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, and that's where this incident happened, was backstage with Jack White. Yeah, he was blasting music out of his dressing room, and he came out to say hi to us. And watching that show was a real, learning experience for me. Watching him keep it fresh at stadium level and not just play the same songs in the same order every night was really a privilege to watch, and really refreshing, and just seeing the way the band interacted and seeing him call songs out live. It was like a real. I was learning. I was studying him to, and his new album sounds great, and the way he reinvented old material to fit in with the new band, really cool. Yeah, it was great. It was really weird when the call came in to do those supports with him. It was pretty weird, and it was only at the end when he ended on Seven Nation Army. I remember I was like, "Oh fuck, that's the guy who wrote Seven Nation Army." Like, it dawned on me then how that's one of the biggest rock songs ever. I hadn't really thought about. I like Jack White and I like the White Stripes and his music, but I hadn't thought about the weight of Seven Nation Army until he played it live, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Yeah.
Who of you will be the first one who paints his hair blue? Because Jack White did it as well. Who's the first one with blue hair?
Definitely Jay.
Yeah.
I was thinking more red, but yeah.
You've already had blue fingernails, though.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, there's still little remnants of it.
Yeah. Next hero, Mr. Elton John. That's insane. What happened with Elton John? Who was the first who had contact with Elton?
That was me. He rings me up.
Okay, wait, James. Elton John calls you.
Well, he did, yeah. I've not heard from him in a while.
Yeah, it's
Elton,
dried
where
up.
are you, man? Come on. Need a chat. I actually, he started talking about us in interviews last year, and then we used to play Benny and the Jets every night when we got in the van. That was our leaving the venue tune. And so we feel like we conjured that up in the universe, which Sam hates because Sam doesn't believe in what's the word?
Magic.
Manifesting. Yeah, Sam's anti-witchcraft. Yeah. So even though we technically manifested it into the universe by blasting Benny and the Jets on some cosmic shit. He started mentioning us in interviews, and then we got asked to do this tune for Apple Music, and it had to be a cover. So we obviously did Tiny Dancer, and that's when he managed to get hold of my number, and he rang me to say that he was a fan of that. And then he rang us when the album came out, and then he rang in a few times just to check to see how I was doing, and that was really nice. And then we just thought we'd ask, so we asked if he'd be up for getting on a tune with us, and he said yeah. And then we had a lovely day in London with Elton John, collaborating with one of the greatest and most influential pop artists of all time.
We had a bit of a YouTube session with him as well. He was playing like all new stuff, weren't he?
Yeah.
He's such a he's well into like new stuff. Nova Twins,
the Chats.
He introduced.
He loved Wet
Chats.
Leg. He was talking about Wet Leg a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he's super switched
What else
on.
did he say?
Not
really
that should be a
liked?
surprise, but you know, it's like he is.
Yeah, it was great.
But that's the fun thing about this festival. The lineup was in order of this festival. It started with the A and it ended with the Z. And two bands who did have the best success ever, Jaar and Wet Leg, on the bottom of this poster.
Well, yeah. I mean, we saw Wet Leg the other night, and yesterday actually. I didn't chat to him yesterday, but we saw them in La Route de Rock on Thursday night.
No.
We watched their set. That festival's cool. It's 2 stages. Have you been before?
No.
Right. So it's two stages that just face each other, and there's never a clash. So it's just one band, then the other band, then the other band, then the other band. It's a really great way of not missing anything and not having to move very far. Very smooth.
It's like a really slow game of tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a battle of the bands. It's like one song each. Yeah, it was us v Wet Leg. They did a song, we did a song, back and forth. No. So they played on this stage, and then we played on this stage after. So we'd set up and we just sat on Jay's drum riser and watched Wet Leg play.
And drank
It was
a bottle
amazing.
of rum.
Yeah, drank some rum like bloody pirates or something. It was lovely.
Yeah, it was. It was great.
They were great. They sounded amazing. Like, we saw them play at South by Southwest in March, and they've just touring's done something to them. They were a beast. They were really good. It was really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
About legends, for you all, who needs to make a song with Jaar next? For you first.
Oh, I don't know. Give me a think.
Julian Casablancas for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could have called that one.
Have you seen the Strokes play live this year?
No, yeah, we saw him a month ago. Yeah, in Blackpool. Yeah.
So Julian Casablancas is in your phone now. He's got Elton John, you got Julian Casablancas.
No, I'm kind of friends with their tour manager, but that's as close as I can get currently. But
that's close.
I'm working on it. Yeah, it's
yeah.
fine.
And for you?
I think Damon Albarn, but specifically as Gorillaz, I think would be a good one. Yeah,
Wow, Jaar and Gorillaz, that will work.
that would be cool. Yeah, Damon,
Wow.
if you're listening, that would be cool.
He is maybe in my phone.
Yeah.
No, I wish. And for you, James?
I don't know, maybe someone like Q-Tip or like De La Soul, or maybe Little Sims would be really cool. I would have loved to have done something with MF Doom before he passed. I'd like to get some rappers on some tunes and see how they approach Yard Acts. I think that'd be cool. I like collaboration in general, so I'd be up for working with. I could list everyone I like in it, Yeah, specifically. I don't know. Gorillaz would be a good shout. Because they're known for collaborating, so which makes it even shitter if it doesn't happen, because it's kind of their remit.
I hope you have a good couple of days off before going to America back again. And please come back to the Netherlands as soon as possible.
Yeah, of course. We love it here. In the service stations, you have those like cheese and breadcrumbs. It's delicious. What are they called?
I think. What was it?
Kaassoufflé.
Yeah, the kaassoufflé.
Yeah, we come back just for them.
I will throw kaassoufflés on stage tonight.
Please do.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, molten